Hey, this is Cam up in New York, and it's Saturday, September 27th. It's currently kind of cool out, wet, rainy, and it's supposed to be that way all weekend, which, kind of sucks. I love New York, but I don't love getting caught in the rain in New York. But, whatever. I'll get over it. I'm still feeling a little under the weather. My throat's kind of hurting. My friend Michael told me, I might have mentioned this before on this little vlog, but he said both he and a few friends, when they first moved to New York, actually got sick a lot in the first year they were here. So I don't know if it's just an adjustment thing. Me being from the South and used to all the Southern germs, and moving up to the North, and now having to deal with all these New Yorker germs. I don't know, whatever. I noticed you, Aunt, skipped your vlog, and which is cool, no big deal. You're probably busy with playing shows, Johnny Dirty Shoes, and all that. I saw stuff was going on. You have to let me know how the shows went. Uh, and yeah, today I don't. Uh, I don't want to really get too somber or to talk about really sad things because who wants to hear about that? But I got a phone call last week. It's very brief from my mother, and she informed me that my one I won't mention names, but my sister, her former boyfriend, who she has a kid with, they were never married, but they do have a kid. Anyway, he was arrested for multiple counts of child molestation. Uh, and My sister is saying that he was tricked into confessing or whatever by a social worker. I don't really believe that. I think something that serious, like maybe it's possible you could be tricked into confessing, but chances are if he signed the paper that said he did it, he probably did it. It stems from some girl that he was with who had children before he met my sister. Her daughter is saying now that when she was 6, that this guy, did inappropriate things with her on multiple occasions. And I've met this guy, and I always thought he was kind of creepy. I kind of was under the impression that he was just a closeted homosexual, and there were a lot of reasons to think that. He had spoken weird, small world type thing, but my he had actually spoken online with my friend Craig, and in a gay chat room, and was wanting to hook up with Craig. And me and Craig both ended up meeting him later while he was dating my sister. Not naming names, this might be kind of confusing, but anyway, so I always thought there was something off with the guy, and it crossed my mind that maybe, it wouldn't be good for him to be around children, but not because I thought he was gay, just because there was something kind of creepy about him, and something very shut off and whatever. But and now, like, this child molestation thing, it kind of makes sense, because I think he's got with at least three girls, including my sister, and the thing they had in common was they had children, small children, and I don't know, it's just kind of strange. Like, and I really hope at the time that he was with my sister that he, didn't do anything to her kids, because Lord knows these kids have enough to deal with by being born into my fucked up family. So, and I'm not taking this lightly, even though it not sound like I am, but it is a pretty sad situation. And I did a little Google search and saw a news report about this guy being arrested. He's currently in jail with a pretty high bond. So, we'll see. It's like every time I hear from my family, it's something else, which maybe is why I ran all the way to New York. Not dissing my family by any means, because there's people in my family that I do care for and appreciate, but it seems like there is always something going on, and sometimes it's a little much to deal with. My other sister, her ex-husband now, she recently divorced him. He's currently in prison. I think he's getting out soon, but he's in prison for shooting his cousin. Apparently, he shot him in the back, and it was money motivated somehow. I don't know. There, the gossip was that the cousin like set their house on fire because they had multiple homes that were set on fire mysteriously, arson, obviously. So it's really weird. And so anyway, I'm like, dude, my sisters, are they like loser magnets or what? Like, one sister is with some guy who turns out to be a child molester, and another sister was married to a murderer, and they have children with these guys. And I'm not making fun of my sisters by any means, because we had a really rough childhood, and they kind of got into this cycle of picking men who were just really bad for them. Just like our father was really bad for our mother and was really bad for us. And I just hope that they can eventually rise above this, and live for themselves and their children. Yeah, it's kind of a sad situation. Yeah. And so yeah, that's really all I have to talk about. Maybe Aunt, you can talk about some crazy family stories of your own. I've got the murder thing going on and the child molester. Uh, yeah, I guess writing material at some point. I don't know. There's no good spin you can put on these issues. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that, and I will talk to you people later. Bye.